Hey, what's up, y'all? It's T-Don TV, and this video is an update on my 75 hard challenge and when I'm going to be starting it. So, as you saw in my previous videos, I just finished a 48-hour fast, which went really well. I feel like it cleared out some of the bad food I'd been eating, and now I'm on a trajectory for a good diet, healthy foods. Still trying to plan out the specific diet I'm going to follow, but definitely cutting out soft drinks, soda, alcohol, etc. And specific foods I'm still planning out. But now I wanted to give an update on the 75 hard challenge that I'm going to be doing, and that I'm going to be starting it not this weekend. Initially I was thinking I'd start it this weekend, but a few reasons why I'm going to be pushing it out 1 week, and just to give you an update on that, and then some other items that I want to discuss in this video as well. This video will kind of be off the top, but I went for a run earlier today. Today it coincidentally is warmer. It's about 40 degrees where I am, and recently it's been negative temperatures every day. So I just went for a run. It was one of the first runs I've went for outside for a while, and if any of you aren't currently going on runs, I definitely suggest it. It's the best workout for really clearing your mind, and the endorphins that it gives you is excellent. And when I went on the run, just a lot of different thoughts went in my head for planning. So if you're having trouble planning what you're going to do and need to get a lot of different tasks done, and it just feels like so many different things are being thrown at you at once, go for a run, maybe play some music while you're running, and just think while you're running. And after you get in about 1 mile into the run, you'll feel really good, and your mind will start thinking clearly and start thinking what's best for you, and you'll just have more of a positive outlook on life, is what I've noticed whenever I go on runs. So I really love when it's nice enough out to go on runs and being in a consistent running routine. I'll just show you here my run for today. I used this ASICS app, and this is my run for today. It was just looks a little blurry there, but it was just a easy run, 3.64 miles, about 9 minutes a mile. So as I mentioned in a previous video, I am coming off an ankle injury. I sprained my ankle playing basketball towards the beginning of February when I was planning to start the 75 hard challenge, and I sprained my ankle super bad, and I'm still recovering from it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm delaying the 75 hard challenge slightly, to give my ankle a little bit more time to heal, because when I start the 75 hard challenge, I want to make sure to complete it, and I don't want anything to come in my way that makes me unable to complete the 75 hard challenge, because once I start something, I want to complete it. And yeah, so that's one of the reasons. Today was actually the first day I've been able to go for a long run outside since I sprained my ankle, and it still did hurt, especially at the beginning when I was starting off. Then as I started going, kind of broke in and felt a little better, but still I should still give it a couple days rest, maybe ice it a little bit, and then go for another run, hopefully midweek. And then by the time I start 75 hard challenge, I should be able to go for a run every morning, which is part of my plan. Just to jump into what 75 hard challenge is, again, the specifics, I'll share it on the screen here, but I'll go through it. It's for 75 days straight. You need to do 2 45-minute workouts per day, and 1 workout must be outdoors. Follow a diet, no alcohol or cheat meals, drink 1 gallon of water per day, read 10 pages, nonfiction, audiobooks do not count, and take a progress pic. So another reason why I am delaying it a week, where I am, the temperatures are super cold still. It has been, over the last week, like low of negative 17 and a high of about 2 degrees. So super cold. And for the 2 workouts, 1 workout must be outdoors for the 75 hard challenge, which I really like. And that workout will be a run outside for most of those days for me. Maybe 6 days a week I'll run outside. And I want it to be in the morning when I do the outdoor workout. I want the run to be outside and in the morning, just because I like that schedule to run in the morning and then go to the gym and do a workout in the afternoon/evening. And that would be my 2 workouts per day. So I'll run in the morning, maybe about 30-minute run, and then do some abs most likely every morning, and then do that. So today, like I said, it got up to, it's like 40 degrees right now randomly, but for the rest of this week, it's a low of -5, low of -7, low of -9, low of -2. Even when I'm looking to start it, when I'm looking to start 75 Hard Challenge, it is going to still be cold, but when I'm looking to start 75 Hard Challenge, it is going to be next Sunday. So today is Sunday, and it is Sunday, February 20th. So I'll be looking to start 75 Hard Challenge February 27th. I'm hoping it starts warming up where I am by February 27th, and especially into March. So I'm hoping there won't be so many negative temperature days. I like to run outside when it's above 0 degrees. You know, if it's below 0, it's just cold. I don't want to get sick when I start sweating. And I did some research on outdoor running. Experts suggest if it's -18 degrees Fahrenheit outside with the wind chill, so it could even be 0 degrees, but if it's really bad wind chill outside, which recently it's been really bad wind chill, it could get down to -18. It's not advised to run outside. You could get hypothermia, frostbite, all of that, and I don't want to get that and make that so it ruins my 75 Hard Challenge as well. So I'm looking to remove as many obstacles so that way when I start the 75 Hard Challenge, I'll 100% complete it. It's going to be difficult. You know, at first glance, looking at the 75 Hard Challenge, somebody might just think, oh yeah, that looks like a good plan to follow every day. But if you think of it, 2 45-minute workouts per day, that right there is difficult. You know, you have to do one in the morning, in the afternoon, and I'm planning for most of my workouts to be difficult workouts, like running every morning, not just like a walk or whatever. So they'll be mostly difficult workouts. Some of them I might, one of the days a week, have it be more of a lackadaisical workout, like yoga, stretching, things like that, just to still get a workout in, but let my body rest, because constant pounding on your body could make it so you can't make it through the 75 Hard Challenge. Follow a diet. Another thing with that is I'm still planning my specific diet for 75 Hard Challenge and really deciding what I want that diet to be, because it's just, in general, follow a diet. It doesn't tell you what type of diet. That's kind of to the discretion of the person completing the 75 Hard Challenge. I'm considering becoming vegetarian, at least through the 75 Hard Challenge, but I need to do some more research on how to be a vegetarian, because I never have been a vegetarian. My diet has always been very dependent on eating meat basically every day. So I might look into that. I might look into other sources of the diet. So this will give me time to really plan out my strategy for the 75 Hard Challenge. And I think that is very logical compared to just jumping into it and then failing because I don't have a good plan in place. This is a arduous challenge, and having a specific plan in place will be beneficial. So the other thing is, or as I was already mentioning, how cold it is outside. Hopefully it'll warm up a little bit, and then I'll be able to run outside every morning and do that. And then the no alcohol or cheat meals, I should be able to stick to that pretty easily. As far as the no alcohol, I don't drink alcohol very often anyway, so I'm already starting a lot of the things with 75 Hard Challenge. You know, getting my running in outside, making sure my ankle is good, and I also need to set up, I already have a gym membership at one gym, but I want to set up another gym membership at a gym that's closer by to me, since I'll be going to the gym often, and I want to take out the additional time I'll be spending commuting to the gym, so that way when I'm doing the 75 Hard Challenge, I'm a very busy person and have a lot going on with work and things. I'm trying to make it as efficient as possible throughout the 75 Hard Challenge, so I can still have all my time to complete all my other things, you know, work, my career, other opportunities, personal life, all of that, so that way it's as efficient as possible. Another thing that I wanted to discuss as far as why I'm delaying the 75 Hard Challenge. I have a lot of personal things I need to get done. I need to get done still my 2021 taxes, which are pretty complex for myself. In 2021, I had 5 sources of income. I had W-2s, 1099s, a few different 1099s, etc. So there's a decent amount of complexity that goes into my taxes, and I need to make sure to get those done. I've kind of been neglecting those. It's now February 20th. I do have an accountant that completes my taxes, but I need to get everything set up for her as far as categorizing all my expenses from 2021 and doing all of that to make sure that she can accurately complete my taxes. If you guys, get to a point where you start having additional source of income, I definitely advise getting an accountant. It helps out a lot. I never look forward to the whole tax process, and I need to be a little bit more organized throughout the year so I don't have to complete it all at once. But having an accountant is definitely a good idea. If you just have one W-2 for your job, it's not as big of a deal. You don't have any business expenses that you're doing deductions on and things, so you could just do taxes yourself, TurboTax. But once you start having, self-employed income, having your own business where you're able to deduct expenses, it's a good idea to have an accountant to both help you to know what all expenses you can deduct so you maximize those deductions on your taxes, and also to ensure that you're doing the correct deductions. Your tax professional will be able to identify that for you so that in the future, if you ever get audited, it's done 100% correctly because you're using an accountant. So that's just a little side tangent that I'm also going on in this video. When I was going for my run, I was thinking of different things that I can discuss in this video to be useful to my audience who's watching this video. And I appreciate all you that subscribe and that, communicate with me in the comments on these videos. It's helpful seeing people that are like-minded individuals that find value in my videos. So that's one thing. I have to complete my taxes. I have to complete some other personal things. I have a lot going on with work this week. So I want to be able to complete those things, get a lot of those things out of the way, and then be able to also at the same time be thinking on my specific strategy for 75 Hard so that I can have a good strategy going into it and just have a lot of other things figured out in my life going into this 75 Hard Challenge. Drink 1 gallon of water per day. That is a difficult task. I've been drinking 1 gallon of water. I'm going to, like I said, keep doing a lot of these things that the 75 Hard Challenge consists of throughout this week, just so I'm prepared for it and used to it. But 1 gallon of water is a lot. I have a gallon that I just fill up, and I'll go more into the nitty-gritty on the 75 Hard Challenge closer to Sunday when I'm planning to start it. Another thing why I'm starting it Sunday. So I don't have any vacations until May 13th is my next vacation. And so I looked on the calendar, and February 27th, if I start at February 27th, 75 Hard, 75th day would be May 12th, the day before my vacation. So I'll go 75 Hard Challenge, and then I'll be able to rest and recuperate, perfect timing on a vacation. So that's another reason why I'm starting it that day and not any later. I'm starting it on February 27th. I could say March 1st, but then it would be into my vacation. I know once I go on vacation, it'll be hard to be committed to 75 Hard Challenge. So I'm just setting it up to be able to complete it right before the vacation. And then the next thing is to read 10 pages nonfiction. Audiobooks do not count. So I'm a Christian, if I've maybe told on previous videos, but I'm a Christian and I do go to church. I read Jesus Calling very often. This is a great book to read that has good verses every morning. So I do read this. I try to read it every morning. A daily devotion is what this is considered. A daily devotions for every day of the year. And this is a great daily devotion. One of the things I personally haven't done is I haven't read the entire Bible. from front to back. I haven't read the entire Bible. I've read a lot of parts of the Bible, but as a Christian, and Christianity is what really my life depends on. If you're a religious person, you follow religion, it's what your life depends on. It's what you believe you're going to go to heaven because you have a relationship with God and Jesus Christ. And the Bible is the book that is based on the Christian religion. So the fact that I haven't read the entire Bible, through front to back is I'm not doing myself justice for my education on my religion. And part of being a religious person, whether you're a Christian or any other religion, is if you come across somebody that has questions on the religion, you can be a good resource to them to tell, and it should be based on what the Bible says, because the Bible is what we base our Christian religion off of. So for the 75 Hard Challenge, read 10 pages nonfiction per day. I'm planning on reading the Bible, 10 pages of the Bible each day, at least 10 pages. And this Bible I have is actually from my church that I go to. And when I look through it, it's really small pages. You can maybe see from the camera here, the small writing. So it will be a longer 10 pages than maybe reading another nonfiction book. But it is a total of 870 pages, and that's including the preface and things. So I'm going to maybe read more than 10 pages a day, but at least 10 pages a day, and then I'll either have completed reading through the entire Bible by the end of the 75 Hard Challenge, or almost completed reading through the entire Bible. And through my videos, I look to inspire people, provide education, and also go through things that, as you've seen, tasks and challenges that I know are difficult, and it helps hold myself accountable. So with reading the Bible 10 pages a day while I'm going through the 75 Hard Challenge, I will most likely, after my readings each day, or maybe at the end of the week, or maybe at the end of each book, be able to provide you with some information, a summary of Genesis or summary of Proverbs, different books of the Bible, so that way you can have some understanding of the Bible, and hopefully it'll inspire you to read the Bible. But prior to the start of the 75 Hard Challenge, I have this book here. It's called Seamless: Understanding the Bible as One Complete Story. It seems like a great book to read that will give you an understanding of the Bible and a little bit more background on the Bible. Prior to jumping into it, I do have a fairly good understanding of the Bible and different verses. I've read some of the books themselves, like Proverbs is an excellent book if you want to just go into a book. It has a lot of different financial teachings, and Revelation is an interesting book that, is kind of talking about the end of the world and things. Every book is different, but I've read some books individually. I just haven't read the entire Bible. So there are some books that I haven't read that I've maybe heard about in church, or heard other people, other Christians that I talk to talk about those books. But this book, Seamless: Understanding the Bible as One Complete Story, I'm planning on completing this book. It is about 170 pages, so I'm planning on completing this book prior to the start of the 75 Hard Challenge, so that way I can read the Bible every day during the 75 Hard Challenge. I will still read Jesus Calling in the morning, and then I will plan to read the 10 pages of the Bible in the evening, just so I'm not rushed while I'm reading it, and so I can really dive into it. And maybe sometimes when reading the Bible, you go through a page and you have to reread that page a couple times, because there is some confusing parts of the Bible, and it can be interpreted a little differently, and things like that. So the Jesus Calling is a good morning devotion to be able to read, and then it's just one page per morning, and then dive into the Bible in the evening. So that's my plan for the nonfiction books. Interesting thing is this morning, today is Sunday, this morning I listened to the church service. A lot of times I like going to church better, but I was just had different things going on, so I listened to it live, and it's an interesting service. It's Pillow Talk, the church I go to right now, and so this service this morning was on a priority list from God. So I just took some notes on the order of priorities, which is really interesting. And the order of priorities is number one priority should be God. And this is a example of, if you're married with children, but if you're not married with children, they gave that priority list as well. So number one is God. Number two is your spouse, your husband or your wife. Number three is children. Number four is the church. Number five is family and friends. Number six is work and career. And number seven is sports and entertainment. If you don't have a spouse and children, then it would be number one, God, number two, church, family and friends. And then once you find that spouse, still God is always number one, which some spouses might think that that the spouse should be number one. But if you and your spouse are both Christians, you understand that God is number one, and that will help your marriage, your family, everything. And another interesting thing that it was a guest pastors that did this service this morning that they talked about was, work and career is number 6 and hobby is number 7. So a lot of people, their work and their career is what defines them as a person, whatever their career is. And that should be further down the list. These other things should be higher in priority, and there should be more, complexity to you as a person than just your working career. So that was an interesting sermon that I just figured I would share in this video as well. I'm sharing quite a few things, but another thing, let's see, I had a couple bit more notes. I just wanted to make sure I covered everything I was planning on covering. So I talked about the Bible and Scripture for the 75 hard reading, and about, the Sunday service that I had today, being today is Sunday, about the 75 hard challenge and that I'm delaying it. I just wanted to also talk about, what my channel is about, I have a decent amount of subscribers, but not even enough to be able to make any money with YouTube. So this is just a side hobby that I enjoy. And at first, when I started making some videos on YouTube, I would see these other YouTubers that make money, from the AdSense and ad revenue and thing, but it's a very minuscule amount of YouTubers. So I was thinking, maybe it could be a side hustle, make some side money, but it's not to that point right now, and I'm not rushing into it. I'm not really even expecting it to ever be to a point where I make money on it or any significant money. Maybe I'll be able to make a little bit of side money from AdSense, but it's a very slow process. And so it's not to that point right now. So I don't even focus on that. I don't focus on how many subscribers I'm gaining. I always appreciate to see new subscribers and new people commenting on my videos, that my videos can be making an impact on others. But what I'm really focusing on is making an impact on others, simple as that, and things that I care about and things that I truly think will make an impact on others that are watching my videos, a positive impact, helping your life, things like that. So, and another thing as well is I'm making videos that hold myself accountable, like the 48-hour fasts. When I do those, I make a video on it. One, to be able to inspire others and show others how a 48-hour fast works and how to correctly break the fast, what to eat, foods to eat, different things like that, strategies behind the fast, because 48-hour fasts are beneficial. But then also to hold myself accountable. When I made the video starting a 48-hour fast and 75 hard challenge, if I make that, put it out there to the world, I feel like, it holds myself accountable. Kind of like having a friend that can hold you accountable or a family member is good as well. But for me, I do have a couple friends that I could use to hold myself accountable, definitely. But some of the people in my life, family and stuff, if I tell them I'm doing certain things like 48-hour fast or 75 hard or, No Nut November, different things like that, they're not going to think, oh, that's a good idea. They might be concerned or say, oh, you need to go to a mental hospital or whatever the case may be. So you got to be a little careful too who you tell certain things to. But when I'm doing these YouTube videos, the correct people that see them, hopefully it'll inspire them. And I've been, positively impacting people throughout the No Nut November, things like that. And even the 48-hour fast. I think people are positively impacted, and then 75 hard challenge. So it's a way to hold myself accountable too. When I'm putting out these videos to the world, and when I'm starting something and I'm saying, okay, I'm doing this, and I'm doing daily updates or every few days, it holds myself accountable more, definitely. If I didn't do video during No Nut November, I might have not succeeded in it and made it the entire way. And if I'm not going to do these videos for 75 hard every once in a while, letting you all know that I'm doing 75 hard, I think it would be harder to complete it, because I'm putting myself out there that I'm completing this and I'm doing this, and now I, have to do it. And so it holds myself accountable. Also, I'm able to look back and see things I'm completed. Once I have kids, I can show them, this kind of a documentary of my life, these different videos, and it can be inspirational and show them, different things that they can do. And I do provide financial education. I was talking about how to, stay out of debt, different credit cards that are good to use, 10 tips to success and happiness. And I would have to go back through all my different videos, but the videos are things that can help you out, financial advice, fitness advice. Working out, fitness is a huge thing, especially in America, that people don't do enough. Their health, a high percentage of people worldwide are overweight, but especially in America and North America with the foods they eat. So focusing on things like diet, but then also, success, financial education, things like that are truly good financial education. I'll provide that to you. Just things throughout my life. I've been through a lot of different scenarios. I've done a lot of self-education, read a lot of different books that I can share with you that I truly know are good ways to positively live your life spiritually, financially, health-wise, all of that. So that's what I'm looking to share with my channel, just to give a synopsis of my channel and what I look to share. Something else to note on that, like I said, I'm not focused on doing videos solely to get views, gain subscribers, so that I can have a bigger channel. I'm not just going to make videos solely based on that. Of course, I like when a video does well or I get more subscribers. It's nice, but I'm really trying to not focus on that. I'm looking to provide videos that really are going to give you value. Like, for example, what I was thinking while I was on my run is there's a bunch of these YouTubers that are playing video games all day, and they can get a lot of views. There's a bunch of kids that are apparently willing to watch them play video games all day, and it's like, I won't even feel fulfilled even if I was getting a lot of views playing video games. I haven't played video games in probably 9 years, almost 10 years. I haven't even played video games, maybe once here and there, but I haven't played video games for a long time. I really think they're a waste of time, and kids that are growing up playing a bunch of video games, it's just a way to escape reality, and you're not going to succeed in other areas of your life if you're constantly playing video games. You're going to get unhealthy. They're addicting. They're definitely addicting. That's what the game companies aim to do. And these YouTubers that are focusing just on, playing video games to grow a big channel and to make money, they're definitely the big ones make money, but for every million YouTubers that are trying to do that, there's maybe one that actually makes money from doing Twitch or YouTube or whatever, that makes any kind of significant money, that's able to actually live on that. 1 in a million, maybe 1 in a million. So then it's inspiring all these different kids to be playing video games, getting depressed that they're sitting there playing video games all the time and just using their time all towards that. Some of them might try to play video games to make money, which is fine, but it's just not what I see as a fulfilling way to inspire others. Or another thing I thought of is there's a lot of these YouTubers, that live these extravagant lives fueled by debt, like leasing or getting huge loans for 20% APR, who knows what it is, for a bunch of these cars, supercars, and going heavily in debt, credit card debt, to appear as they're living this extravagant lifestyle with all these supercars, because a lot of the people that view YouTube are, young kids, boys they're naive to the fact that they might not actually be successful. They just took on a bunch of debt to portray these extravagant lifestyles so that when they can get views, and it's the fake it till you'll make it thing. And they might rent out a apartment or penthouse, $100,000 a month, or nice house, some of these YouTubers, to portray that they have this extravagant lifestyle to bring views to their channel. And I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to live financially smart, even if I can maybe get views. What that does as well is it influences people to think that's how they're going to get famous and make money and grow a YouTube channel so they can be a YouTuber, is by taking on a bunch of debt for all these different cars and stuff. And you see a bunch of these YouTubers doing that, taking on debt, getting huge loans on fancy cars and debt, which is a depreciating asset. Vehicles are. It's just been a weird time this last year that cars actually went up in value, but that's not going to be a long-term thing. Historically, cars always go down in value, and if you think about it, a car really only after 200,000 miles, it starts to be a little bit not that reliable. So no matter what, when you have a car and you're putting a lot of miles on it, unless you get like a certain type of antique car or like a certain type of Ferrari, but most of these cars that these YouTubers are getting loans on are depreciating assets. So sorry about that, my camera actually overheated. I didn't realize how long I was talking, and it was actually over 30 minutes there, and then my camera said overheating camera. So apparently after 30 minutes my camera might overheat a little bit. So just continuing from where I was talking, and I'll try to wrap this video up here shortly, but I think I am providing some value in this video. But what I was talking about is that some of these YouTubers will, take on a bunch of debt to portray this extravagant lifestyle to get views. They might do certain things, solely to get views, that they're not really interested in themselves, and that they know deep down isn't actually helping other people, but that it can benefit themselves. And I'm not looking to do that. I want to do things that I can look back on that I feel are truly benefiting and providing value to others, even if they might not get that many views. Like, for example, sharing things about the Bible, about Christianity. That's not going to get as many views. It might for a certain audience if they find my channel, but who knows what YouTube accepts for certain type of topics, and they could even limit views for certain things. Or talking about how bad pornography is. I've talked about multiple videos on that, the negative effects of pornography, which is a serious issue that I truly believe is one of the most detrimental things in modern day society, and I've made videos on that. It might not necessarily get views, or it could be shadow banned by YouTube, and certain people might, it might draw them away. But I'm going to talk about things that I know are beneficial, like stopping watching porn, not masturbating, because that's bad for men to masturbate, and that's why I did the whole No Nut November, even though it might be by some deemed as not a good thing to talk about or something, I don't know, but I feel that it's definitely benefiting others that see my videos on these different topics. It's interesting, on this Dave Ramsey clip that I saw recently, the Dave Ramsey channel, it was talking about somebody called in or posted something about gambling, and he was saying that gambling is the #2 addiction in America, or potentially worldwide, and that the #1 addiction is pornography. And all these kids are growing up with such easy access to pornography, and it's a terrible addiction. It's terrible for your brain. So that's why I've made other videos on that as well, and other health videos, like doing a 48-hour fast. It might not necessarily get views right away, or doing 75 hard challenge and daily updates. It might not get a lot of views, but it's holding myself accountable, and it's things that I feel are truly beneficial to people to see me talking about these different things and bring awareness to different topics of society. Another thing I want to note on the whole, YouTube, I'm using it as a hobby to provide value. If it ever gets to a point where I'm earning some side money from it, great. But I want to focus on things that I like, that I'm passionate about, that I can share outside of my work and different things, so I can feel I'm bringing value to people through YouTube, which is a great way to easily bring value to people through something that could reach people anywhere in the world. But another interesting statistic I heard, or I saw posted by, I think it was Think Media on YouTube, was that, like, they said, because what Think Media promotes is YouTube creators and getting people to pay for their course and all that to be a YouTube creator, and that it's this huge opportunity to be a YouTube creator, which it can be if you pop off and start getting a bunch of subscribers, which not everybody might pop off, or you might need to, change who you are to be able to pop off and get a bunch of views, and you might not truly find happiness in doing that. I've thought of different things I could talk about that could maybe get more views, but I'm not really necessarily interested in that. I'm not necessarily interested in sitting and playing video games all day to get views and grow a channel, because I won't be truly fulfilled even if I am making a bunch of money. So I'd rather make videos on things that I'm truly interested in, passionate about, that I feel can help others. But they said that the market cap for YouTube creators is like $200 billion, and they said there's 50 million creators, independent creators on YouTube, and market cap of 200 billion. Well, that equates to $400 per person. But you got to consider there's a bunch of these YouTubers that are making, $1 million a year, millions of dollars a year. And so, you might be lucky if you make like $100 a year or something like that. For the most part, there's just a very few. So for people that put all their eggs in one basket on YouTube and say, okay, I'm going to be a YouTuber, I think there's something like these kids are like, it's the #1 career that a bunch of kids now are wanting to be. I want to be a YouTuber. Not everybody is going to be able to make a living being a YouTuber. There's a little bit of luck involved as well. You can do everything you can to make the best videos, but you have to have some side money. You have to have a career as well, at least until maybe your YouTube channel does pop off, which could happen, but you have to have plans. You have to be realistic is kind of what I'm saying. And another thing, I'll talk about on my channel is, the negative effects of social media that a lot of YouTubers might not say, because they want to, they want to create things and they want everybody to be consuming it. And with social media, if you're a creator and you're creating, then that's one thing. But if you're constantly consuming, there's a lot of negative effects of that. I mentioned at the beginning of my 48-hour fast video, I have my Facebook deleted right now, my Instagram deleted. Maybe eventually I'll bring up my Instagram again, we'll see. But I have those deleted. I'm trying to limit how much time I spend on YouTube. I've noticed negative effects of that too. So I'll talk about those things that might not be popular, but definitely the negative effects of Facebook, Instagram. They're a time waster. They're addicting things as well. So basically, essentially what I'm trying to say is my channel is focused on things that I feel will actually provide meaning to the lives of people that are watching my videos. And I'll share things with my life that I've went through a lot of unique experiences. I'll share some of my life story maybe eventually, but I've went through a lot of unique experiences, some mental health things, different things that I feel will truly benefit people that view my videos and subscribe to my channel. So to end it off, this is a long video talking about 75 Hard Challenge update. It is a Sunday that I'm making this video. It's going to be a long video. That's why for my 48-hour fast video, day 2, it took until the next day to post, because it was processing a long time on YouTube, because all my videos are generally 4K. I might put this one in 1080p so that it processes quicker and able to post quicker, but I just want to talk about a lot of different things that were on my mind in this video, and also provide you an update on 75 Hard Challenge, and that I'll be starting it about a week from now. And I'll be updating you guys throughout the process of 75 Hard Challenge. If you're interested in partaking on that challenge with me, feel free to comment below, and I'll be happy to support you in the endeavor. I think it's a great challenge to really show yourself that you have the self-discipline to follow the challenge, and it'll get you in a healthier mindset for sure, all around, mindset, health, wellness, fitness, all of that. So I'm looking forward to that challenge. We'll see if I make another video from now until then. I had a couple other video topics that I was thinking about making, but appreciate y'all watching this video. For all of you that have followed along this whole video, I'll put some timestamps as well in a comment or in the description, just of different things I talked about throughout this video. And appreciate y'all watching. I'll talk to the next one. Stay blessed. Peace.